Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Startup Podcast. Today we have our special guest, Captain James Foong. So Captain James Foong is 30 years old Malaysian seafarer with 15 years of sailing exposure, including command experience with holding a Master Mariner CoC Class 1 at age 28, certified by government of New Zealand. However, this is the very formal, the introduction. In short, he is the sharer with 14,000 followers on LinkedIn. So welcome, Captain James Foong.
Hello, hi.
Yes, shall I call you Captain James Foong?
No, you can just call me James. I'm
Oh,
fine.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So James, can you share about when you started your LinkedIn?
Actually, I started, I think, 4 to 5 years ago. And that was the time where I wanted to venture out something, trying to differentiate between social networking and professional networking, which is from Facebook, obviously. And now is LinkedIn. So during that time, I've already draw a line between social networking and professional networking.
So that means you have the very clear that which audience you want to target.
Yes, during that time, that was 4 and 5 years ago. But it was not active, not like now. So yeah.
So after that, how you start building or what kind of the content that you're posting to get
Okay.
more
So
engagement?
the I always tell people have to be very precise what they wanted to do with LinkedIn. Okay, you don't just follow the flow. Not people ask you to open, you open without any purpose. So the purpose that I had initially was to look for jobs like many other as well.
Yes.
So the thing is, I wanted to work outside from Malaysia. So I always find to think to myself where I wanted to work. So since I'm doing my MBA now from London, so
Yeah.
obviously I wanted to work somewhere in UK. So I changed my setting location to UK, and I also add people in UK in the industry that I wanted to work, which obviously is maritime. So
Yes.
maritime, UK, and that's it. So I think that was before the Brexit. So I think the requirement is quite confused, quite complicated. So what I did was I add people in EU as well, in the Europe side, especially
Yes.
Denmark and France, a little bit of German and Rotterdam, where a lot of shipping country, maritime country that they involve. So by hoping that I can find a job there. So that is how I started with my LinkedIn during that time. And I think my Malaysian connection grew obviously after Merdeka last year, because I share something about Malaysian flag. I wanted to
Alright.
let people know that I am Malaysian without telling them I'm Malaysian. So the best way I always tell people to share about your identity on LinkedIn by telling people what is Malaysia and all these things. So I just share one simple post about telling people what is the Malaysian flag about, the red, the white, the yellow, the star, the moon, and all these things. Just very simple, interesting fact. Not too much people, reading. Even start with the title is already very boring. So I didn't knew during that time I can draw a lot of attention from Malaysian connection, because I didn't knew Malaysian also have LinkedIn lah. I mean, frankly speaking, I asked out of 10 people, maybe one or two have LinkedIn, and also not very active, right?
Yes.
So initially I already let go the hope lah, asking people, do you play LinkedIn? Do you play? So I don't ask them anymore. I just be myself. I just share to the people in UK and EU about Malaysia thing, to tell people, hey, hello, I'm Malaysian. I'm a small country between Thailand and Singapore.
Yeah,
Don't
right.
miss out Malaysia. That kind of thing lah. So that's part of my strategy of telling people to do that. And
Yeah.
of course, now I did share a little bit about Penang to tell
Yes,
people of
definitely.
my Malaysian connection that, hey, hello, I'm from Penang. But I don't tell people I'm Penang lah. Because I would say that it's very common impression. People start to ask where you're from instead of what you're doing. So they always have that mind. So instead of wanted to find out what you're doing, right, they'll find out where you come from.
Right.
So that is many times that I work most of the time, because my experience working for the past 15 years, I'm always the only Malaysian. And they always feel shocked, that confused. Am I from Singapore? Or am I a Chinese,
Yes.
Australian? Or I'm from Hong Kong or Taiwan? So I'm saying, why do you miss out Malaysia? Because to them it's a Muslim country. So they never thought that Chinese will stay in a Muslim country. So that is the confusion. But I try to brand myself where I'm kind of one of the minority people, I mean the group ethics in Malaysia, to show them that we are Malaysia regardless of race and religion. Whatever I do, very represent my country. Yeah, on LinkedIn.
Yeah. So besides your identity sharing, posting in the LinkedIn, what kind of the content that you most likely to post in the LinkedIn?
It also depends what one have wanted to do lah. Like for myself, after my MBA, I always think ahead what I wanted to do. So my MBA finished. What I wanted to do with my MBA. So one of the reason is I enjoy studying. So I wanted to pursue more. I wanted to study Russell Group University in UK, which is the top university. There's a group of them. So
Yeah.
Oxford and Cambridge are always the top in UK.
Yeah.
So I don't see any courses in Oxford that offers me, because it's talking about literature, language, history, very boring for me lah. So what I did was I went to Cambridge. There's a course called sustainability. I think it's very important for the future. It's a master program, master degree. So I thought, okay, since I want to do that, right, I want to attract sustainability people. So I start occasionally. You will see I always talk about how to sustain the trees, forest, deforestation, flooding. You know, like climate combating. What we're gonna do with this? So because that is how I attract sustainability people, because that is my next master degree from Cambridge, by hoping that I can have more potential people. That is my hidden things of why I want to do that. Yeah.
So how you start to grow your after you posting, right? How you start to grow your follower? Is it any that certain the clue or tip that can share with our audience?
Can you come again? I don't understand.
So how you from the starting few followers until now today is 14,000 followers.
Okay, actually, there's a lot of
Just
quite a
share.
long story. So how I did was, in fact, I actually didn't count my connection. You'll be surprised I don't connect with people anymore. Okay, very little. In fact, I filter who to connect. So I don't really. I mean, you cannot control the followers, right? So that is the main topic today. That why connection and followers, which one is important to me?
Yes, correct.
Followers are more important, because these followers, they don't connect with you, they still want to follow you. You see, so you see that is the purpose of them. I always tell people, count your followers, do not count your connection. People always say, hey, I have 14 or 15,000 connection. Okay, but because they say you need to connect only have followers, right? Actually, it's not necessary. I've been proved to many people that you do not have to have that intention. You don't have to connect people. I don't connect anyone, but I share things, right? I share, like for your case, you share podcasts or anything. People will see, just follow you. They don't have to connect with you. You see? So I always tell people, try to know that if you are successful on a social media like LinkedIn, right? You have to count your follower. If your follower is more than your connection, then you're doing a right job. Then people know, oh yeah, that's how I gauge my how to say efficiency on LinkedIn. That was during the time. Then I do time to time to check on my way, how is my LinkedIn, by this kind of very small way of numbering people's view, your like posting and all. And I always tell people, you have to reply comments, not too much. You know, some are very funny, people will write like, very good. So how to reply them? It's very hard, right? Cannot like reply. You say very good, then I say, okay. No, right? But you try lah. That is why how I filter also my comments. I mean, I don't like them, but I mean, I don't reply them, but I have to like them, just as a acknowledge, to respect, as a show, as a respect. We Asian, right? I have to respect So that's the way how I deal with my LinkedIn.
So that means you need the follower is more important than the connection, right?
Yes, and if you talk about connection, if you do think that connection is very important, I have few very strong connection. For example, our Malaysian Minister of Finance, Tengku Zafro, he is my first connection. CEO of Maersk Line is a bigger shipping company in the world. Maersk Line, the CEO itself, Mr. Scout, it's my first connection. So there are a few very big guy, my first connection. So whatever I write, I have to consider their attention as well. So if you talk about connection, I just let you know, I can just let you know, okay, you want connection, right? Okay, I throw for you. This is the connection I have. I have quality connection. I'm indirectly telling you that I have quality connections, and I filter my connection by if Malaysian, surely I'll add them because it might feel like they understand my lama lo, this kind of Malaysian language, right? Because the foreigners, they might don't understand. So, but if people who are not Malaysian, I will try to add those who are in my industry, maritime industry, at least something common lah. You don't add people who are cameraman or artists. Not to say I don't like them. I like them. Perhaps we just follow each other. That would be great. You don't have to connect, right? Yeah. Because connect, I think there's a number, maximum 30,000. Then full pop is already maximum. So I only have, I think I only have 10,000. So I have 14,000. So basically 4,000 is stranger. They do not add me. They just follow. Yeah.
So what do you think that the engagement with the LinkedIn can help you to grow more in this platform?
Okay. If you talk about this, right, I just share with you what's the difference lah. Because I share the same content on Facebook. Actually, nobody and I very annoyed people put haha, in Facebook there's a haha, right?
Yes,
The
correct.
emoji, right? And here on LinkedIn, so far not yet lah. Hopefully it won't have. It just people will not read all of them, okay? And on LinkedIn itself, people will connect, people will read your profile. People will say, hey, who is this guy? Is it a small potato or big potato? Is it a VIP guy or is it a,
Right.
So that is the profile. And Facebook, it doesn't have. Sometimes Facebook, you don't have even a proper profile picture or even what school they come from, right? Facebook.
Yes.
So
correct.
LinkedIn, that is how I find it's very interesting. And from that itself, I found two hustling job myself. First is the online instructor. I'm an online instructor in a UK diploma in shipping business.
Yes.
The module that I'm in charge is shipping management. And the next one is side hustling is what? One more is expert panel in Indian Maritime one of the organization. So all of them are Indians. I'm okay because we seafarer, actually a lot of them are Indians. I understand. So I would respect that. And I'm also very happy they choose me to be one of their panel, the expert panel, whereby if there's any consultancy going on, if I go in, they'll pay me a little bit fun of money lah. Yeah, as a token. So that is the two side hustling I had by just branding your LinkedIn. Just do nothing, just play LinkedIn, just play, and that's how people knew you. See, so if that will not happen, Tengku Faizrul, Minister of Finance, will not like me or follow me on Facebook, but that is how he will on LinkedIn. Yeah, so that's how interesting and the potential of LinkedIn itself.
Yes, right. So normally you were a day, how many posting that you suggest to the beginner or in general?
You see, there are people who ask what time, how
Yes, correct.
many, or
Yeah.
all this thing, right? I don't think it's very necessary lah. This
Yes,
is
correct.
actually is very much on your own personal time management. When I was quarantined in a hotel for 14 days, when I came back in Malaysia, right? I cannot do anything in a hotel. So I just, I just do posting. Then people thinking, wow, James always post. But they didn't knew that I'm actually in quarantine. Hey, hello, I'm in a small 300 square feet room. What do you expect me to do for 14 days? Besides shower and listen to some music, So it actually depends on you. So I wouldn't say morning, night. Like for myself, very strange. It's like, it also same with you. You all have an international connection. So it doesn't matter morning, night, or blah, blah, blah.
Yes,
I think it's
correct.
very,
Yeah, definitely.
I won't say nonsense lah. If you can talk about what time, right, means your connection got problem. Means your exposure very limited, or maybe Malaysia time zone. So I'm very sorry for you. But for myself, because I'm very promoting to marine time. So marine time is a very unique thing where it connects globally. So even I sleep, I woke up, I still have 50 notification when I woke up from sleep.
Wow.
So this kind of notification are from people from all over the world, like, comment, engage my LinkedIn while I'm sleeping. or even I have to wake up in the middle of the night just to reply LinkedIn. I have a Zoom at 3 o'clock or 5. Sometimes I put that on LinkedIn just to show people that, hey, hello, I'm an international guy, you know. Indirectly telling people I'm all around the clock. I mean, of course I sleep and rest, but just to let people know, some kind of small branding myself occasionally when I post something there. Yeah.
All right, so come to an end. So I just recap to our audience that today we just share from the Captain Jen is more on your how to connection or follower, which one is important. So in the point of view that you can get the more follower without the connection, then explore to the more audience that they follow you. Besides that, you can just no matter how you don't need to choose the limited time to post your post. If your audience is in the worldwide, because in LinkedIn it's a worldwide platform, also you can just post anytime. Okay, come to the end. Any others that you want to share with our audience, Captain
Okay,
Jen?
just a small message, a short message that
Yeah.
I'll be having a talk on the 19th of February. The poster will be coming out soon, talking about how to increase your followers on LinkedIn. You see,
Wow.
this time I'm talking about why, and the how part will be coming on 19th February. So I hope you don't miss it. It's have to pay a small token of money. Actually, it's a charity event. So all the money will go direct to Yayasan Health on World. So it's called Why How. So it's a Malaysian mental health foundation. So it's $5 or 10 ringgit for Malaysian per entry. So it's a pay-per-view session. I hope people will have a strong benefit on that as well by attending this.
Yeah, so for ladies audience out there, so I will later on we will put the link together so you can, if you're interested to know how you could increase your engagement, how you could increase the follower for your LinkedIn. So you should attend the Captain James talk in the 19th February, right? So what is the
Yes.
time zone for the time zone?
It's a Malaysian time zone.
Mhm.
8:30 evening. So that will be 12:30 in UK time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Afternoon in UK. Yes.
oh,
So it will be written on the poster itself, the Malaysian time, you know, the time zone. Yeah.
all right,
Mhm.
cool. Yeah, so I will put the link there. So for audience out there, you can check the link later on. Okay,
Yes.
one more question that in your life for 30 years old, right? Currently.
Yes.
So what kind of the book that uh inspire you more? One book that inspire you in your life?
Okay. One of the book that inspire me is the Why Men Want Sex and Women Need Love. This book
Wow.
is a very interesting book. It's by Alan and Barbara Peace. You can find it on LinkedIn ebook if you need. You can look out from there as well. So that book actually talk about why men want sex and women need love. So the title itself is already showing very interestingly.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
We're showing why men want. Want means it's not necessary, but it's a necessity for them. You see, so which means that it's not a thing that required during the throughout the process, but for woman itself, it shows on the title is need love, which means women are naturally they really need love for many things. So this book you can learn
Mm-hmm.
how to approach men and what are the men they need. In fact, in your woman as well, if you are a man that really are watching this video, you can learn this to know the potential of woman, what is the one and not the one, and what are the needs and not from this book. And I learned it very much. I learned that 10 years ago and it's still very clear on my mind today.
All right. So another question is more interesting question that normally I will ask my guest is, let's say you had one superpower. What superpower you want to be?
If I have a superpower, I want to turn back the time, not to change the history, but to appreciate the history that is going to happen. So, which means if I knew that person is going to die or already passed away, I want to have the superpower to go back, not to change him. I will accept the
Mm-hmm.
fact, but I will at least have more time and appreciate that person who are no longer here today.
All right. Okay. So any last word that you want to share with our audience?
I would like to say, please everyone to stay safe at this time. wherever you are, please be vigilant, wear your mask with your hand sanitizer. This thing is not gonna be end very soon. And I hope at this time I also wish everyone happy Chinese New Year that's coming soon. Yep.
Yes.
恭喜发财.
Yeah. So thank you, Captain James, in our startup podcast show today. So whoever want to, you can follow Captain James. Yeah, at the LinkedIn, you can search the Captain James Foong AFNI. So you can follow and then to get more engagement to his post.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for your time.
Thank
Okay,
you.
hope to see you again.
Okay.
Okay, bye.